series appliances combine Dell EMC's industry-leading 14th generation of PowerEdge servers with Nutanix enterprise cloud software to deliver cost-effective scale-out infrastructure for all virtualized environments. These solutions consolidate compute, storage, and virtualization in 1 and 2U appliances with flexible hardware configurations and a choice of hypervisors. They offer precise workload matching, rapid deployment, and simplified management. And now, with the 14th generation PowerEdge platform, they can provide the performance and capacity needed for the most demanding enterprise applications and workloads. The XC series appliances are configured with the latest high-performance Intel Xeon processors, high-speed memory, all-flash NVMe SSD, and high-density storage, 10 or 25 gigabit Ethernet networking, and NVIDIA GPUs for graphics-intensive workloads. Each node in an XC series cluster includes flash storage to deliver massive IOPS for high performance, with hard disk drives typically used for low-cost, high-capacity storage. A virtual storage controller runs on each node in the cluster, improving scalability and resiliency while preventing performance bottlenecks. The Nutanix distributed storage fabric aggregates local storage across all nodes, creating a single storage pool that can be partitioned into one or more data stores. These data stores are then presented to the hypervisor using standard access protocols to provide storage for all virtualized workloads. Because the hypervisor communicates with the controller VM exactly as it would with a physical storage controller, there is zero change to the application environment. Workload VMs are provisioned and managed as before, but without having to configure LUNs, volumes, or RAID groups. Let us look at how a typical write or a read operation is managed in an XC series cluster. When a workload VM needs to write data, its request is passed to the controller VM, which then executes the write to local flash storage. To ensure the strongest protection, data is replicated synchronously across multiple nodes so that it is always available, even if a node fails. For a typical read operation, requests are served by local storage resources. Keeping data local to the workload VM provides the fastest possible performance. That means for the majority of read requests, data never traverses the network. With many enterprise workloads, the older the data, the less frequently it is requested. When data becomes cold over time, it is migrated from flash memory to more economical hard disk storage. However, if that cold data at any point becomes hot again, meaning it is requested more frequently by a workload VM, the controller VM automatically promotes the data back into flash for the fastest possible performance. What happens if there is a node failure in an XC series cluster? Nutanix Acropolis software supports standard high availability capabilities, such as VMware HA, so a workload VM will automatically start on another node. If that workload VM then needs to read or write data, it sends its request to the local controller VM. If the data being read is not local, the local controller VM determines where replicated data has been placed and forwards the request to the correct controller VM. The data is then sent back to the local controller VM over a standard Ethernet network. The local controller VM passes the data to the workload VM through the hypervisor and stores it locally for future access. At the same time, the Nutanix distributed storage fabric once again replicates the data throughout the XC series cluster in order to return the entire system to a fault-tolerant state. Each XC series node runs independently and leverages the Nutanix distributed storage fabric to create a completely unified cluster with a choice of supported hypervisors. To increase capacity, an XC series deployment can be expanded seamlessly, one node at a time, with zero downtime to hundreds of nodes in multiple clusters. The XC series is perfected for any virtualized workload or application, including VDI, database, and business-critical applications. The Dell EMC XC series appliance is powered by Nutanix for your next virtualization project. Visit our website to learn more.